What's up, everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video a part of today. I am so excited to upload this one for you guys because for this video, we're going to be taking a look at a movie that really took me by surprise yesterday. Okay, so this was one of those movies that I went in blindly because my sister picked this one while she was browsing through Netflix one day, and I had no idea what the movie was about. So the whole family watched it, and wow, I was not expecting this movie to be so entertaining. So to provide a bit of context, the movie was released back in 2019 and is centered around our main character, Jack, who is a struggling musician, while his girlfriend is actually his manager. Well, one night after a terrible gig while he's riding his bike back home, there's a worldwide power outage due to a solar flare, and Jack is suddenly hit by a bus and knocked out cold. Honestly, thank God it was just a regular bus and not one of those double-decker buses, because if that had hit him, he would have died that night and probably would have been isekai to another world. But anyway, after waking up in the hospital, things are pretty normal, and while he's sulking in his sorrows, he plays the song Yesterday by the Beatles to his friends, to which they respond, "Who?" And then the movie just takes off from there as Jack realizes that he's the only person on the planet who remembers the Beatles who have been erased from existence. Now, personally, I was never a Beatles fan. I mean, Here Comes the Sun is a good song and Come Together is good, but I like the Aerosmith version. Now, one of the things this movie does well is that it dances around this gray area of plagiarism, because is it considered plagiarism if the owner of the original content doesn't exist? At the same time, another person could say that if you really love this music so much, isn't it a good thing that you're keeping this music alive? But then again, other people would say that if you really do love this music and respect it, then maybe it would be best if it just faded away. And I love how this movie pretty much gets everyone thinking about what they would do in this situation, and I'll get back to this topic by the end of the video, but for now, let's keep moving. So going back to the story, from beginning to end, we watch Jack quickly rise to fame as he uses every popular Beatles song to jumpstart his career, to where he realizes that it was never really his voice that was holding him back, it was his creativity, meaning his lyrics that he was originally using before he started using some of the Beatles songs. Because we see how some of his original songs at the beginning of the movie weren't drawing any crowns, but once he starts playing some of these Beatles songs, it's like he hit the NOS button as he accelerates past famous musicians like Ed Sheeran, who actually plays a small part in this movie. And I like how as the movie progresses, we are thrusted into the music industry as we watch Jack sign on with a record label, and we are sharing the same confusion as him because we have no clue on what's going on. At the same time, we also watch the deconstruction of this character who feels an immense amount of guilt given how he practically cheated the system in order to become famous. Yes, there are times where he tries to pay tribute to the Beatles, but the music industry wants to promote him as the original creator, and it really just shows you how carrying a secret can break a man down. And while he's dealing with his inner demons, we also see how even though he is a good person, there are forces that are steering him in one direction, which is essentially away from his girlfriend. And it's one of those things that comes with fame, as your life now belongs to the entertainment industry and the fans. And I love how all this inner turmoil just continues to build up throughout the entire movie up until we reach the grand reveal. And wow, I have never cringed so hard, and I say that in the best possible way. I mean, I cringe when I see confession videos, but wow, that scene takes the cake in the biggest confession scene I have ever watched in a movie. So overall, I had a lot of fun with this movie as it begs the question, if you were the only person on the planet who remembered the one thing that you loved most, whether it was a movie, TV show, a book, or even music, what would you do? I asked my brother this question, and of course he said he would bring the Halo games back. But then we realized something. That would mean that he would not only have to learn storytelling, but at the same time, he would have to learn computer programming just to start this project. For me, personally, I would bring back Star Wars, but not as a movie because I am no director, but I would try to bring back the saga as a series of books, starting with episode 1 and ending with episode 9. Granted, there would be some things that I would change, and I would be just in reshaping the Star Wars universe. And honestly, I would geek out because I get to mold the universe like a god. But this also got me thinking, how lucky was Jack that out of everyone on the planet, he was the only one who remembers the Beatles, and he just so happens to be a musician. If this sort of thing happened to anyone else, then the Beatles probably would have faded away from existence. But like I said, I had a real good time, and if you're looking for something to watch tonight, I highly recommend you watch this movie. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review on yesterday. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button so you can always update from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.